22 casualties reported, 18 injured as public service matatu overturns in Nyeri hours after being spotted recklessly driven in Nairobi. Welcome to the broadcast. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Laura Omondi. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. Let's get the show started. Barely 2 days after the burial of the Kasipul Member of Parliament Charles Were, HOMABAY Deputy Governor Joseph Oyugi Magwanga faced a security threat after facing an assassination attempt on Sunday night. The incident occurred at around 9 p.m., according to one of the Deputy Governor's security personnel who requested to remain anonymous. He said the family noticed unusual movement outside the compound by unknown people as the Deputy Governor was still away. Upon realizing this, they informed the DG, who took a different route in a different car. Upon his car's arrival, the assassins laid an ambush, which was thwarted by his security in a gunfire exchange, finally leading to a retreat of the attackers. Addressing the press at his home in Kabwor village, the Deputy Governor said he had received threats to his life but did not know it would come this fast. He has appealed to security agencies to be swift to investigate and bring the culprits to book.
We have awoken to disturbing news this morning following a cowardly attack on my vehicle by armed gunmen last night. This incident has been formally reported to the relevant investigating authorities, who have since launched an in-depth into the matter. We remain confident that justice will be served and the perpetrators will be brought to book. However, in light of the office I hold and the increasingly worrisome trend of political violence, especially the targeting of leaders in Kasipul constituency, this attack is not only alarming but deeply troubling. While we patiently await the findings of the investigation, I call for calm among the public and urge everyone to refrain from speculation that could heighten tension or derail the pursuit of the truth.
A Nairobi court has ordered the 30-day detention of Isaac Kuria, the primary suspect in the assassination of Kasipul Member of Parliament Charles Were, to allow police complete their investigation. Kuria, also known as Kush, was apprehended in Isebania near the Kenya-Tanzania border while allegedly attempting to flee the country. His arrest follows a dramatic manhunt launched by the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, in the aftermath of the MP's fatal shooting on Valley Road in Nairobi. Court documents reveal that Kuria is suspected to have been directly involved in the killing, which detectives believe was part of a wider premeditated plot to assassinate the legislator. According to investigators, Kuria fled the scene after the shooting and moved through several counties in a calculated effort to evade capture. He first traveled to Mihango, where he allegedly discarded the murder weapon, since recovered by authorities, before proceeding to Narok and eventually to Isebania.
Mheshimiwa, uchunguzi unahusiana na kifo cha aliyekuwa mbunge wa Kasipul kwa majina Charles Were. Mheshimiwa, alitumia hiyo bunduki ambayo ilitumika kuua marehemu mbunge wa Kasipul. Mheshimiwa, kuna washukiwa wengine ambao bado wanazidi kutafutwa na polisi na wengine tayari pia wameshikwa katika hizo siku 30. Mheshimiwa,
President William Ruto has admitted to extrajudicial abductions happening in the country and says all those abducted had been reunited with their families, assuring Kenyans that it will not happen again. Backtracking on his own words, the president has repeatedly made sentiments saying no extrajudicial killings or abductions will happen under his regime. The head of state was answering a question from a foreign journalist who inquired on the state of human rights and freedoms in the country.
I undertook to the country that being a democracy, and robustly so, that Kenyans must not, as has happened in the past, where Kenyans disappeared and their bodies were found in all manner of places, that will not happen under my administration. And all the people who disappeared or who were abducted in what you said, all of them have been brought back to their families and to their homes. And I have given clarity and firm instructions that nothing of that kind of nature will happen again. And that it was my commitment as I became president that extrajudicial disappearances of Kenyans will not be part of what we are doing as a nation. Additionally, we have taken proactive steps. My first assignment when I became president was to extend the independence of our investigative agencies, including the police, give them financial autonomy, give them operational autonomy that is guaranteed in the Constitution. And we have since transferred the budget from the Office of the President for the police to the Police Service Commission, and the Inspector General of the Police is now solely responsible for matters operation, for matters finances, and that my office has now nothing to do with the operations, the financing of police activities, to give them independence.
Kenya has vowed to strengthen its collaborations with Finland in key areas, including education, global peace, and multilateral cooperation. Speaking at a press briefing in State House when he hosted Finnish President Alexander Stubb at State House, President William Ruto affirmed that education is the cornerstone of Kenya's development agenda and a key area for deepening bilateral ties. Recognizing Finland as one of the global leaders in education, Ruto expressed the need to deepen collaboration so as to support the ongoing transition process to a fully competency-based education system, CBC. During the event, the two leaders witnessed the signing of two Memorandum of Understanding, MOUs, on political consultations and peace mediation, as well as conflict resolution.
Kenya deeply values its long-standing friendship with Finland, a key development partner in Europe and a steadfast supporter of our national ambitions. This inaugural visit, Mr. President, reflects the enduring friendship and strategic partnership between our two nations dating back to 1965. As we mark 60 years of diplomatic ties, we also celebrate the growth of a relationship rooted in shared democratic values and a joint commitment to a just, prosperous, and sustainable world. Finland's expertise in education, technology, renewable energy, and climate action aligns closely with Kenya's development priorities. We look forward to strengthening existing collaborations and exploring new opportunities to elevate our cooperation to a strategic level.
William and I had the opportunity to first have bilateral discussions where we were able to deal with a broad range of issues, whether global, regional, or bilateral. We also talked about the big shifts that we're seeing worldwide in democracy in today's world. We talked about NGOs and the importance of their role in society. We have to remember that democracy is something that you not only have to protect, but you have to work at all times. And I think William and I share that goal. And we feel very strongly that working towards more liberal democratic societies where the rule of law is the basis and foundation, where human rights are at the center of whatever we do, is the best way to push the dossier forward. And this is something that William and I not only discussed but share. So,
former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has announced his resignation from the United Democratic Alliance Party. The former DP said he made the decision following the realization that he no longer shares the same ideals with the ruling party. In a statement on Monday, Gachagua said that the decision takes effect immediately, and he claimed that the party has exhausted and wasted a Kenyan moment to take off economically, socially, and politically. According to Gachagua, most of the promises the government made during the campaign period have not yet been fulfilled. The official resignation signals a new political path for Gachagua, as he is expected to launch his new party soon. At the same time, Rigathi Gachagua has asserted that former Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i is qualified to lead Kenya. Gachagua said the former CS has a solid service and delivery track record, having held key positions in the Ministries of Interior, Education and ICT during retired President Uhuru Kenyatta's administration. Speaking to the Gusii community during an interview on a vernacular radio station broadcasting in the Eke Gusii language, Gachagua emphasized that Matiang'i has the credentials to lead the nation.
Kuteua serikali alikuwa William Ruto. Mimi nilikuwa na mkataba ya pale Mlimani. Na nilipigania kwa sababu ukiingiza watu kwa serikali kupitia mpango lazima upiganie watu wako. Sasa nyinyi mlikuwa hakuna mtu ya kupigania nyinyi kwa sababu kura yenu mligawa. Wengine mkapatia Ruto, wengine mkapatia Raila. Na hapo ndio shida iko. Na mimi nichukue nafasi hii niambie Wakisii leo. Mimi nimefurahi sana kuona mmechukua huyu kijana wenu Fred Matiang'i na kuwa na matumaini ya kwamba anaweza kuwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Na niliona juzi vile alikaribishwa pale na nikafurahi sana. Na mimi naona hii jamii sasa imeanza kupata mwelekeo. Kwanza, muachane na mambo ya bruka. Mambo ya kupitia mtu mwingine ndio mkuja kwa meza ya kitaifa, muachane naye. Huyu kijana wenu Fred Matiang'i alifanya kazi na Uhuru Kenyatta. Na kuangalia kwetu alifanya kazi nzuri sana, alikuwa mwaminifu kwa Rais Uhuru Kenyatta. Na alisukuma kazi sana akiwa waziri wa elimu. Sana, kazi ambayo inaonekana. Najua nasikia watu wengi wanamtaja wale walikuwa shule wakati hiyo. Amekuja pale, amekuwa waziri wa usalama, amefanya kazi ambaye inaonekana. Kutoka hapo ameenda pale World Bank, amepewa kazi kubwa sana. Huyu tukimwangalia ni kiongozi ambaye ametosha, ameiva. Kwa qualification ametosha kuongoza Kenya na anaweza. Lakini ataongoza vipi? Lazima apigiwe kura na watu ya Kenya. Hizi kura atapigiwa na watu ya Kenya. Itakuwa namna gani mimi niambie watu ya Mlima Kenya tuunge Fred Matiang'i mkono kama yeye hajatuonesha kwa dhihirisho ya kwamba nyumbani ameungwa mkono kikamilifu.
Transport and business activities were disrupted at the Bukembe market in Bungoma County when protesters opposing the lease of the Nzoia sugar factory clashed with police officers throughout the day. Police had to lob tear gas at protesters to disperse crowds, even as Trans-Nzoia County Governor George Natembeya, the Democratic Action Party of Kenya leader Eugene Wamalwa, and former Senator Cleophas Malala were blocked from accessing the sugar miller. Now, the protesters have been at it for days, disputing the lease, saying the deal does not benefit farmers.
Tumekuja hapa kuhakikisha mali ya umma lazima ilindwe. Mali ya umma haitakuwa inapeanwa kama mandazi kwenye soko.
Anapewa Nzoia sasa, alidanganya serikali akapewa panipepa. Webuye ni kwa naendelea mzuri. Ukienda Webuye saa hizi imekufa, si ndio? Hata hii Bukembe huyu mwindi akiingia hapa sababu ng'ombe itakuwa imekufa.
Kama wewe umekaidi amri ya mahakama, if you violate of the final court order, we declare you persona non grata usikanyage.
Wale mtu ambaye walipatia pan paper ndio wamepeana leo Nzoia. Mimi nataka kusema leo, sisi kama watoto wa jamii ya Mulembe, tukiruhusu pan paper iende, Nzoia iende, hata watafika kwa nyumba zetu wachukue mabibi zetu.
Raji, kitu nitawahakikishia ya kwamba utalipwa exactly baada ya wiki moja. Every Friday, mkulima wa Nzoia ambaye umekuwa ukipeleka miwa yako Nzoia, I can guarantee you utalipwa baada ya siku 7.
Ngoma hatuna kazi sababu Nzoia imekufa. Sasa wakipata mtu ambaye anaamusha Nzoia, msikuja kupinga sababu vijana tunataka ajira.
Kazi ya kutosha. Kwa hivyo wakulima mwenzangu, wacha tuungane pamoja, Wamboka aende huko, Eugene aende huko. Sisi tunataka kuungana pamoja na wakulima peke yao.
At least 22 people, including 18 with minor injuries and 4 in critical condition, sustained injuries after a public service vehicle overturned in Dedan Kimathi Ward, Tetu constituency in Nyeri County on Sunday. The PSV, which had been previously captured swerving recklessly on Thika Road, lost control during its journey to Nyeri before the tragic accident occurred. According to reports, the vehicle overturned after losing control, resulting in a significant number of casualties. Kenya Red Cross said it swiftly responded to the scene, offering psychosocial support services to the victims and assisting with family tracing efforts. The tragic incident has prompted renewed calls for road safety measures and enforcement, especially concerning the conduct of public service vehicles on the busy highways. Well, we condole with the families and the people that are still recuperating in hospital. We empathize with them and wish them a quick recovery. At that point, allow us to take a quick breather. We'll be coming back shortly with more news making headlines. Don't go too far. Stay with us. And fiber connectivity program. Through policies in the Finance Bill 2025, Ruto said Kenya aims to reduce tax on digital asset transfers, a reform to foster a pro-business environment.
We remain committed to implementing a pro-trade policy regime that not only foster inclusive wealth creation, but also generate much-needed opportunities. Our goal is to build a comprehensive, resilient economy that benefits every Kenyan, while strengthening mutually beneficial partnership with allies like the EU. Our currency has appreciated by 21% in 2024, making it one of the best performing currencies globally. These achievements reflect the sound reforms and bold measures implemented over the past 2.5 years. As we celebrate the digitization of trade, my administration is implementing bold and transformative measures to build a robust digital economy. We're rolling out, for example, an ambitious last-mile fiber connectivity program, aiming to install 100,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable and 25,000 public Wi-Fi hotspots by 2027, ensuring no part of Kenya is left behind in the digital revolution. Through the Kenya-EU Economic Partnership Agreement, we enjoy privileged access to a $19 trillion market of 450 million good people of the European Union.
Kenya values its long-standing partnership with the European Union, which has been strengthened by the recently signed Kenya-European Union Economic Partnership, and is a landmark achievement and a testament to our shared commitment to achieving inclusive growth, sustainable and mutual prosperity. This agreement provides predictability for the business community and opens duty-free, quota-free market access for Kenyan products into the European Union, while enabling European businesses to benefit from rule-based trade environment in Kenya and the wider region.
The European Union remains committed to investing in quality infrastructure and connectivity, both physical and digital. Kenya is a key partner, and we are proud to support Kenya's emergence as a regional digital hub and innovation leader.
Medical laboratories officers in Turkana County on Monday commenced an industrial strike, citing a range of grievances, among them acute staffing. According to Moses Emoit, a union official representing the laboratory officers, the county government has failed to recruit new laboratory personnel and specialists since the last employment drive in 2016. The staffing crisis is expected to worsen following the completion of 6 additional dispensaries this year under the socio-economic infrastructure projects by the Kenya National Highways Authority.
County government recruited us, but the national government is the one paying the UHC. Now there has been always a blame game between the national government and the county government. And the UHC workers are suffering. For all these years, we have been stagnated. We have been paid a stipend of the diploma holders who have been paid 40,000 and the certificate holders have been paid 30,000. You can imagine with this hard economy.
We have a total of 228 health facilities. You can imagine these officers manning all these facilities and a county referral requiring 56 staff. You can imagine out of these 65, if the local county referral hospital picks the 56 number of staff, then we'll be remaining with only 9 staffs that are supposed to man the entire dispensary. In the recent past, Kenya National Highways Authority launched again 6 other facilities that are earmarked to start medical lab services, but there are no staffs who are supposed to run these facilities.
Now to sports. Handball stakeholders in the Western region have called on the government to improve the game's basic structures and facilities to develop talent in the region. They say that despite Western Kenya being a center for producing handball players in the country, there is lack of facilities and other important fields of training. They want the government, through the Ministry of Sports, to build talent development facilities in Limbumeni to develop more talented players. They spoke during the 4th phase of the Western Zone Handball Tournament held at the Kibabii University in Bungoma Town, where different teams from 6 counties participated, with Bungoma National Polytechnic and Anderson Secondary School being declared the winners of the tournament for men and women categories, respectively.
I just want to call upon the Ministry of Sport, especially the county government. I just wish that they also come up with the sports acts that are going to empower the grassroots. They are focusing so much on teams that are participating in the leagues at the national level. They come to the ground, they make sure that the leagues at the national, like this one, at least they are funded so that we can have something tangible enough by the end of the year or end of the season to at least to motivate our players. Secondly, I also wish to urge our federation that at least we may come up with a second tier league, whereby these leagues from the regions can churn their players to that second tier league. From there, then these players can eventually go into the national league as better and mature players, strong enough to represent the country anywhere.
If we have facilities, for now most of the teams rely on either primary school or secondary school in their neighborhood. At times they are locked out, maybe it's an exam season, so it's a challenge. For handball, Western is a powerhouse. We are just wondering why the academy is not yet here anyway.
It is through team spirit and a lot of bonding and teamwork that has enabled us to reach to be the finalists. We will attain the levels of equity, ulinzi.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we wrap it up at that point tonight. Thank you for watching. I hope that you are up to date on what is making headlines across the country. Our sign language interpreter tonight has been Laura Omondi. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. God bless.